good. Look how nasty all that is. Pickup tube's disgusting. I was right. Damn it. What's up, GT gang? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for clicking on the video. I hope you guys are excited as me because we already ripped the heart out of Maggie and we're already starting to dive into it. I've owned this car. This is the 4th day of ownership of this car and we're already about to tear down the engine. Let's see what it gets inside. Well, let's see what it looks like when we get inside. I'm going to take the paint off. I don't have a puller, so what I'm going to do is take the paint off and knock out all the pistons and connecting rods, and then I'm going to go into town, buy a 3-jaw puller, and remove the harmonic balancer, timing cover, timing chain, camshaft, everything. So stay tuned, guys. I hope you guys like the video. I'll see you at the end. So we got a hunk of metal that fell down into here somewhere, but yeah, this is not looking too good. Look how nasty all that is. Pickup tube's disgusting. Let's dive deeper, try to find that spun rod. Okay, everybody, so I know we had a spun bearing on cylinder 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I should be able to move this one up and down. Oh, gotta go down. Or up. Oh, there it is. I was right. Damn it. Alright, we're going to go ahead and pull everything. Get it ready to get cleaned up. Send off the machine shop tomorrow. Everybody, I just went to Harbor Freight, had to get a puller. I'm gonna try to get it out. I already got it started. It started to move a little bit, so I know that the puller wouldn't break. Alright guys, so we have the balancer off and I pulled off the timing cover, and normally you would have OEM markings on the oil pump if it were OEM, and we don't. So that is not a good sign. This means that this oil pump was replaced at some point with non-OEM stuff. An OEM oil pump is like $150. OEM timing chain sets like $80. Clearly these people don't care. A Hemi to me means a lot more than what a Hemi means to other people, apparently. This is like a prized possession to me, and to put garbage parts on this would be an absolute disgrace. So I'm going to go ahead and take off the oil pump and throw it in the garbage. I'm going to replace it anyway, especially since we had a rod bearing failure. So I'm going to go ahead and take these bad boys off. Damn shame. Yep, so what we'll do is we'll pop this tensioner off. The whole assembly will just come forward, so it'll be pretty straightforward. So, don't you just love it when your bearing just says hi? Oh my god. Alright guys, what we got going on here? Moment of truth. Yikes. Holy crap. You know, surprisingly it doesn't feel that bad on the cap. I've never seen anything like this. If you guys ever have this, be very careful. It's extremely sharp. So I'm just going to push down the piston really quick. Here we go. That should free up the rod bearing. Wow, it's a completely spun bearing. I'd be surprised if this crank is good still. Wow. You guys see that? I'm definitely gonna grab some needle nose quick and try to pull this bearing off. Oh my gosh. Alright, I'll get back to you guys when I get this thing off. This is insane. Let's pull this piston out first. So, just kind of guide it down with your finger and let it guide right down the cylinder wall. And Piston rings all look good. Pistons are in good shape. Ooh, I lied. Alright, let's put this bad boy back together. And if you didn't know, there's a fracture. They're fractured as from factory. So they're a perfect fit and they can't go on the opposite way. I mean, I'm not going to reuse these connecting rods or pistons anyway, so they're practically just paperweights. Put this back together and try to get that bearing off. Alright guys, so I don't know if you can tell, but the bearing actually slid underneath the other rod. So I'll have to remove this rod to pull it out nice and easy, but here is what one of them ended up looking like. It's one whole bearing. Okay guys, so I got that other bearing off. Here's what it looked like. It was completely wedged underneath the other connecting rod, which did some serious damage to the other one. So this was that random knock that we were having. Okay, so I'm going to pop that out quick. Okay, so this is what we're left with on this one. See, it was eating away right there, destroying the crankshaft. This crankshaft is gone. Absolutely destroyed. Bearing is shot. This is cylinder 6. I'll throw that right there. So I'll pop this out quick. And this bearing just fell right out. Yep, that one's rocked too. Cylinder 6 was a bust as well. So 5 and 6. Root cause. Destroying dreams. Just popping these out. We don't need to be safe with them. We're not going to reuse them. I'm boring the cylinders out anyway. There's no oil in these. Alright. Throw the cap back on. Call her a day. Well, I definitely just stripped that bolt. So let's try to smack on a standard size and let her rip. Alright, well, good thing I had these handy dandy extractor sockets, because that bad boy is gone. Sorry, we're not reusing it anyway, so pop that off. They say standard, so I already know this thing's been rebuilt. Doesn't say standard with a factory bearing. That's got some serious wear as well. I'd be foolish to use this crank even if it were to get turned. Cylinder 7's not terrible, but all things considered, it's still bad. Just kind of walk it down. Put the rod cap back on. Next one. Alright, shout out to Uncle Art for the dope cam install tool. Check it out. We got it right there. Install / removal, I guess. We'll see how bad a shape the cam is in. I mean, normal wear and tear. Nothing crazy. But something that I could probably turn into something, I think. I might be able to sell it for a little bit of money. I don't know. I think I'd clean it up. Save it. You know what I mean? That's some life right there. Straight out of whatever. Straight out of project car. Well, let's take out the crank now, guys. We've got 4-bolt mains because it's a Hemi. We've got 2 on the sides. Yeah. Make sure you guys can see here. Yeah, we got 2 on the sides. or one on the sides, one on the actual cap itself. So cross bolted mains, which is dope. We'll remove those and take the caps off, pull the crank, call it a day. And probably, oh, I have to take off the rear main seal. Besides that, finish stripping this engine down. Alright guys, so here's what the main bearings look like. Absolutely terrible. I can catch a fingernail on every single one. It's pretty atrocious. Crankshaft looks pretty damn bad too. I'm glad I'm not running this crank because look at that. That's terrible. Well, anyways guys, that's it for tearing down the engine. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching the video, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Again, we have Sam. I don't know what I'd do without this guy. But heads, block, the 6.1 crank is in the car or truck, and a single 6.1 piston is in the truck. So the plan here, I don't know if I laid this out to you guys. I have all the parts for a 6.1. I had a 6.1 head gasket, 6.1 piston, 6.1 crank, everything out of a 6.1, because I took everything out of my 6.1 and then I just had it spare parts. So the idea is, if you guys know anything about pre-Eagle 5.7s, 5.7s in general, really, a 5.7 is literally just a smaller bore 6.1. All they did to a 6.1 was punch it out. They punched out a 5.7 to make it a 6.1. So the idea is to turn my 6.1 or my 5.7 into a 6.1 by just punching out the cylinders, putting my stock pistons in, my 6.1 crank, it has to get turned, and just go from there, really. I mean, I'm getting the heads cleaned up. It'll have the 5.7 heads, of course, but it'll just be a beefed up 5.7, which will technically be a 6.1, just not as good of heads. So that's where I'm going the direction with this. Obviously have to replace gaskets and seals and bearings, of course, but that's the direction of it. I'll see you guys at the machine shop. Hey Charles, if you're watching this one's for you. All right guys, she's dropped off. See you soon, Corey.